Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. My name is Sam Evans and you are watching the Electric Singularity. Guys, if you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate your support, and give me a like if you enjoy the content. Well, Fisker is at it again. Once again, they've appointed a contract manufacturer to build cars for them. The last time they did this, they went bankrupt. Yep, true story. So Fisker has a long and interesting history in the automotive industry, and this is certainly very interesting. Fisker and Foxconn have created Project Pear, an EV they say they will create and build for a price tag of only $30,000 US. Obviously, Foxconn has not yet built an EV of any kind, but they are one of the world's largest contract manufacturers, and they have a history of delivering on many things, but they also have a history of being somewhat manipulative in terms of the way that they have structured deals or played hardball with governments. So they have a spotty history. However, they are excellent at delivering on contract manufacturing for companies like Apple and others. So, Fisker has given an update on its recently announced deal with Foxconn to develop an affordable EV together. Although the original news surfaced months ago, Fisker and Foxconn have now shared that they anticipate this EV will cost $30,000 US before tax incentives. Obviously, Fisker have made a lot of promises in the past that they haven't delivered on, so I would take this news with a grain of extra large salt. Seriously, extra large salt. Now, if this does happen, and it may do, obviously a huge amount of the work, in fact I would say 99% of the heavy lifting, will have to be done by Foxconn. And that is very possible. However, at this point in time, Foxconn don't have any history of manufacturing EVs, so we have no idea on what they will deliver, when they will deliver, and how they will deliver it. Fisker Inc. is an EV startup based in the South Bay area of Los Angeles, and the second iteration of founder and CEO Henrik Fisker, Henrik's original company. Fisker Automotive went bankrupt and its assets were purchased by a Chinese auto parts conglomerate called Wangxiang Group, who quickly relaunched the company as Karma Automotive. Now, obviously, there were a lot of original investors in Fisker before they went bankrupt, including Leonardo DiCaprio, and many of those investors lost a lot of money. Henrik Fisker retained the trademark and the Fisker logo and launched a new separate company with a more original name, Fisker Inc. Since then, Fisker Inc. has unveiled an e-motion EV concept with a 400-mile range on a single charge, and has even claimed a breakthrough in solid-state batteries that would provide its EVs with 500 miles of range and 1 minute charging. Now, obviously, this is a bit ludicrous. Even the legitimate solid-state battery companies are not claiming 1 minute charging is going to happen anytime soon. To be honest, this sounds to me a lot like another company currently being investigated by the Securities Commission in America for fraud. Yep, Nikola. Honestly, I think Fisker are not all that different to Nikola. Yep, no, you've got me here. They're definitely better. Definitely better than Nikola. However, I think they're in the same vein of making a range of promises and not following through with them. But in addition to that, they have also gone bankrupt, losing people many millions of dollars in the process. So, my recommendation of the likelihood of this EV being a success is low. If it had just been, say, Foxconn producing this vehicle for a mainstream automotive manufacturer, I believe it would have been a likely success. But with Fisker, not so likely. So, Fisker quickly backtracked on the bold promises they made for this solid-state charging battery. So, why they backtracked, who knows? But they even admitted that the upcoming company's vehicles would, in fact, feature traditional lithium-ion batteries instead of this amazing solid-state battery that they promised. Fisker Inc. has yet to deliver a production EV, although it did ink a deal with Magna International to produce its upcoming Ocean EV. And Magna International are a very legitimate business who make vehicles for a range of different automotive companies. So you may think, for example, that Toyota makes all of its cars, or that most car companies make all their cars. However, they often don't. They subcontract that out to other companies like Magna International to build the cars for them. And here in Australia, Magna International have built Toyota cars, Mitsubishi, and other vehicles for major car brands. So Magna International are the real deal. Now, it's very possible that they may produce a car for Fisker. It's just very fishy to me that Fisker are using Magna International for one car, Foxconn for another car. Something strange is going on there. Are they playing them off against each other? Who knows? Anyway, with today's update, Fisker hopes to add an additional EV to its pipeline with the help of Foxconn. Fisker and Foxconn's Project Pair. Last February, Electric's Fred Lambert reported that Fisker announced a deal to develop an EV with Foxconn under the code name Project Pair, Personal Electric Automotive Revolution. While today's press release offers a lot of the same information as if it were new, Fred from Electric reported this months ago. Here are some of the noteworthy terms of the original framework agreement. Fisker and Foxconn are to jointly develop a breakthrough new segment vehicle. Global market scope includes North America, Europe, China, and India. Foxconn will manufacture the vehicle at a projected annual sales volumes of 250,000. Projected start of production is Q4 2023, so only just over 2 years away. This will be the second vehicle introduced by the Fisker brand following the launch of the Ocean SUV in Q4 2022. However, we have new details now, including price. With today's announcement, Fisker and Foxconn provided new details surrounding Project Pair, including initial rollout of the vehicles and their pricing. Manufacturing is to commence in the US first, with several locations under consideration, but none decided upon yet. Program milestones already achieved, including exterior design freeze. Program critical sourcing underway, including chipset and semiconductor contracts through Foxconn. Project Pair will enter the market with a starting price of less than $30,000 before incentives. While Fisker once again has high hopes for another EV, a lot of its production success will depend on Foxconn, of course, which is essentially handling most of the supply chain and the manufacturing. The company seems up for the challenge though. Foxconn Technology Group Chairman Yang Wei Lu said, "Foxconn is excited that our partnership with Fisker continues to trend in the right direction with exciting speed. Our work with Fisker aligns with our corporate 3+3 platform, and thanks to our MIH alliance, Foxconn will be able to work with suppliers from across the world for Project Pair. We have world-class supply chains in place to support Project Pair, in particular, securing the reliable delivery of chipsets and semiconductors." For now, Fisker Inc. remains focused on bringing its flagship Ocean EV to production in Europe in Q4 of 2022. We'll soon see if that happens. It also plans to unveil a production intent prototype at this year's Los Angeles Auto Show. Now, I may have been a little too harsh before in comparing Fisker to Nikola. However, you can see that there are some similarities. Fisker have made a lot of promises, some of them insanely ludicrous, that obviously have never played out and were never going to play out. Thus, the comparison. Also, obviously, with Fisker going bankrupt, there is the question of will that happen again? Obviously, anything is possible. Now, obviously, the price is extremely ambitious. Saying they're going to price this at 30,000 or below is a challenge. However, we don't even know much about the vehicle at this point, so you never know. It's certainly possible they could charge this price. However, you can imagine their margins wouldn't be particularly high, and with two sets of hands to grease, Fisker's hands and Foxconn's, I think you're just adding another margin to the pot here, really. It's like having a dealership. It's like a similar model in the sense of having Ford and a Ford dealership. Both Ford, the company themselves, need to make a profit. So do the Ford dealership. They also need to make a profit. So to me, in my opinion, if they're going to be charging a low amount of money for this car, either Foxconn or Fisker has to get rid of one or the other. And it's my suggestion that really, if Foxconn can deliver a vehicle like this, why do they need Fisker? Well, I don't think they do. That's just my take. Guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Fisker and Foxconn will make an EV for this price? Will they make it in 2 years and be able to make $250,000 per quarter? Maybe, maybe not. I'm intrigued to know what you think. Guys, please remember to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate your support, and it's been great bringing you this video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye.